Biden may be leading in the polls, but his opponents in the Democratic field have a lot of ammunition to work with, don't they?
Yeah, and they'll be using that on the campaign trail very soon indeed, but not just yet. This is Joe Biden's day in the spotlight here in the United States, and they won't be attacking him just yet. Of course, this is a very, very long race for the White House. They will have plenty of opportunities on the campaign trail. On the debate stage as well, there will be 12 debates among Democratic candidates, so you'll see some sparks fly at some point. Now, you say they have plenty of ammunition, and they certainly do. First of all, the facts, of course. Joe Biden is pretty old to be a U.S. president. In fact, he's 76 years old now, and he would be the oldest president in the history of the United States. That is something that not necessarily his fellow candidates will be attacking, but something that voters certainly will be thinking about when they go to the ballot box in the end. Now, Joe Biden, of course, has tried to run for president twice before. Once, quite a long time ago, in 1988, then again in 2008, and both times he, of course, failed. And then, of course, he was named the vice president by Barack Obama after that election in 2008. Now, there will be also many candidates on the Democratic side, candidates who lean toward the left wing of the party, who will simply say that Joe Biden is too centrist. This is a party that is moving towards the left, as the Republican Party is moving that little bit further to the right with Donald Trump. Now, there's one other reason that you'll certainly see the current president bring up with Joe Biden. The former vice president has been accused by several women of inappropriately touching them. Another one of those gaffes, as they say, from Joe Biden. There is plenty for Democrats to attack when it comes to Joe Biden. Of course, he will say that the positives far outweigh the negatives.
Now, Philip, I want to ask you, has the U.S. President Donald Trump reacted to news that Joe Biden is hoping to get him out of a job, essentially?
He has, inevitably. You only have to take a quick look at the Twitter feed of the U.S. president. There it is, his reaction to the official announcement from Joe Biden here this morning, local time at 6 a.m. The reaction from the president is, of course, a bit of an insult from him, as is usually the case. He calls Joe Biden sleepy, as he has done in the past. He's also called him crazy and a low IQ individual in the past as well. The president also, by the way, says that he is looking forward to a race potentially against Joe Biden. Of course, Biden is currently the front runner for Democrats. He is ahead in the polls. Now, when it comes to that potential matchup between Biden and Trump, that is certainly how the former vice president sees it. He has only so far made that one appearance, and it has been in that campaign video, in which he criticizes the president directly. The first words out of the former vice president's mouth are Charlottesville, Virginia, and he clearly wants to remind voters that this was the president who made that false equivalency, as it was seen at the time, between white nationalists and counter-protesters in Charlottesville during those protests that led to the death of one of those counter-protesters. This is definitely one candidate, the former vice president, who sees himself as the one who can beat Donald Trump. And when it comes down to it, what Democrats will tell you more than anything in their choice of candidate is who they want is somebody who can beat Donald Trump. Of course, they have a very, very big choice indeed. You mentioned it before. There are 20 Democratic candidates right now. There are 21 altogether because the 21st is Bernie Sanders, also pretty much a front runner right now. But of course, he's not a Democrat. He is an independent, looking for the Democratic nomination, though.
Philip, thank you very much for that.